on social media, and no doubt he does it in real life, and he's a piece of shit. But
yeah, you know, they are who.
Main event. Let's get ready to rumble!
Y'all ready for this? Guys, welcome in. This is Sparring with Santana, one-on-one debates with Trump supporters. If you are a Trump supporter, get in the box. If you are someone that supports Donald Trump, get in the box. I am not talking to friendlies. These are debates with Trump supporters, so only request up if you are a Trump supporter. If you are not a Trump supporter, please do not request up. Do all the wonderful things. Tap the screen, share the live, do all of that. Jeff, are you a Trump supporter? Jeff? Okay, I'm going to take that as an tapping error. We're going to drop Jeff down. Guys, tap the screen, share the live out. Let's go ahead and run the actual likes up. Let's run the likes up. Chris, I think this question now more than ever is very necessary. Very necessary. You know where I'm going. Chris, who's Trump's daddy?
I just want to get my 5G check, okay? That's all I want.
You know the math isn't even mathing that way.
Oh, I already know that.
Like that's absolutely insane. You know, people believe that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And it's eight. It's eight. They said eight. It's $8,000, not 5.
Oh, everything I saw said at 5, but I what I heard him say was 20% go to a so-called stimulus, another 20% go towards the debt. I don't know what he's talking about doing with the other 60.
I have no idea where like this math is, how it's boiling. Like I genuinely. OVO, are you a Trump supporter?
Hey, how you guys doing tonight? I just want to say that I cannot wait till polio 2.0 comes out. You think the measles outbreaks in Texas is bad?
Who said polio 2.0?
It wasn't funny. Anywho, guys, just a reminder, guys, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all of my pay links are in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks 24. Santana Speaks 24 is the best way to support live. Anything is accepted. Everything is appreciated. Guys, it is still Mutual Aid Week. Mutual Aid Week, meaning that even here on Sparring with Santana, I will be donating a portion of all donations towards mutual aid to help one of our community members who is trying to escape in a horrible situation in Florida. So if you can, please donate. Everything is accepted. Anything is appreciated. Chris, help me understand though, like seriously, when we look at what's been going on this week, right? Because Donald Trump called Zelensky a dictator. Like, Donald Trump has ceded more power to Elon Musk. Did you see Elon Musk like getting off Air Force One and then stopping and waving for the cameras? Like what is happening?
I mean, the dude's autistic. I mean,
you keep saying that. Like everyone keeps saying it like that's some type of excuse for him to be a wannabe supervillain. It's weird.
No, it's just a reason for him to be socially awkward. That's all.
I don't think so. I think he's just a jerk. Amanda, are you a Trump supporter?
Yes, I am.
Okay, Amanda, hold tight for me, Chris. Amanda, I have a question for you, my friend.
Yes.
Who's Trump's daddy?
Well, I know his uncle was the one that went in and cleared out Tesla's Nikola Tesla's apartment with all those boxes and files in. That was Trump's uncle.
Why are we talking about his uncle? I want to know about his daddy.
Sorry, I don't. His daddy's John Trump, yeah.
No, that's his uncle.
Oh,
Are you referring to Fred? Amanda, you turned into a teacup, my friend. That means that I cannot, Amanda, I can't, you can't, if you can't see me, I can't hear you.
sorry.
You can't see me? No worries. Amanda, just to verify, you are a U.S. citizen, right?
No, I'm not. I'm in the UK, so maybe you don't want me on here. My
Amanda,
son lives there though, and my sister.
Chris, why can't they go find their own fascists? Why do they want our fascists so bad?
She said she voted for Trump. How is that even possible?
Like, no, she said, you know what? And that was me. I said, are you a Trump supporter? She said, yes.
Yeah,
that was on me. But listen, find your own fascist. This is ours. He's ours. Find someone else to, cling on to. It's weird. It's weird. I don't get involved in British politics or Canadian politics or Mexico politics. Like, that's weird. It's weird. I don't know.
You don't care about Governor Trudeau?
No, listen, I know about it, but I would never go into like a Canadian live and say, hey, let me tell you why I support your prime minister. It's weird.
The joke was calling him Governor Trudeau like Trump did.
Yeah. Is it Linhai?
Yes, Lena.
Lena, I'm sorry. Lena, are you a Trump supporter?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. Lena, who's Trump's daddy?
Are you talking about Frederick Christ? What is his name? Frederick Christ, Trump Sr.
No. And I get how it's confusing. I get it. Cool. I get how it's confusing. That's his father. You're right. That's his father. But I'm specifically talking about his daddy, right? And so maybe to help, I can help you out. So we know about President Musk, who has been all over the place lately. But we know that he's been bending the knee to Bibi. This week, more than ever, he's showing that he's Putin's puppet. But we know for a fact that he's now the Heritage Foundation's whore, right? But we can't forget about his billionaire bosses. Absolutely.
Oh, can't forget about them. That's right.
Absolutely. So I guess the better question would be, how can one man serve so many masters and not care about the American people?
Wow, that is a great question, and I love all your bullet points there.
Thank you.
Got a good a good fantasy theme going there.
You think it's fantasy?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, cool. Why is it fantasy? Where am I off base? Tell me what I'm wrong about.
Well, actually, for starters, I'd like to recognize that it's actually very funny to see the shift, because it's just completely the opposite now. I mean, remember in 2020, you had Republicans saying that Joe Biden wasn't their president. And now you guys are the ones that are now having like midlife crisis. And you guys are the ones saying now that Elon's the president. So everything's just reversed now. So
you think we're in like bizarro land, like upside down world?
Yeah, you definitely are.
Oh, that's interesting. Listen, the reason why it was interesting, right? So those people, our friends, people maybe like you. I'm not going to say you specifically, but maybe were like, oh, Joe Biden's not the president. Trump is still the president. Like, come on now, you heard that.
To clarify, I voted for Biden in 2020. I just want to let you know. I
cool.
I voted for Biden. So no, I wasn't on the bandwagon.
Well, and that's why I said I'm not going to
but
say specifically you. I didn't want to, you know, I don't know, but people that there were a lot of Trump supporters that were saying that Donald Trump was
Oh, yeah, I
still
remember.
president, right?
Oh, I
And that's why they
remember.
were
I
saying
thought
Joe
that
Biden's not the
too. I
president.
thought it was absurd. I definitely did at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Just like the anti-vaxxers and all that.
Yeah.
I thought that was absurd too. I mean, I'm not like I'm not an impractical person. Honestly, it's just so exhausting. It's to me because we have day it's
What
like
negativity, my friend?
it's always Donald Trump has done this. Elon Musk is betting that they've sold us out to Russia. I mean, don't you get exhausted?
But you
trying
don't
to find an
agree?
excuse for everything?
Yeah, but you don't agree?
No.
You-
TikTok.
You said this was a TikTok topic 2 weeks ago. Cool. Tell me what on this actual background is not still valid.
Well, we can start right at the top. We have
Let's start.
President Musk, right? So with President Musk, we've already had they already did both did 2 sit-down interviews together in the same room. We also have what was addressed in the Oval Office. We also have Carolyn Levitt confirming.
Question.
Yeah, sure.
When's the last time you saw someone stand in the Oval Office standing over the President of the United States speaking more than the President of the United States?
Dude, you're like reading too much into it.
Simple question.
Like,
simple question. I'm not trying to read it. No. Hold on. Just slow down with me. Just right here with me. When's the last time that you ever saw that happen?
Yeah, and I'm going to answer, and that would be, I already said I don't know, but the reason
the answer is never, my friend. And don't get me wrong, it's not about Elon Musk taking questions. It's not about Elon Musk actually speaking in the quote unquote official capacity of Doge, which apparently now he's not a part of Doge or something. I don't know. They have like a weird dynamic. Anyway, it's about the reverence of the office of the presidency, right? To actually stand in the White House, in the Oval Office, and actually have someone dictate a conversation more than the President of the United States. That speaks volumes. That's major.
All right, may I respond to that before we
Sure,
get
go right ahead, my friend.
So, like I said, it's just like I think you're just reading too much into it because, like, that's all, and I'll justify it. And I think we're so used to like finding fault in Trump that of course you can look at that scenario and you can sit there and say, "Wow, Elon stood above him," or "Wow, Elon's son did this." Like you're gonna sit there and literally
white
try
boogers
to
on the
make a note.
Resolute desk.
You're going because he's a kid, dude. I
Yeah,
don't know
but
if
that's the Resolute desk.
Bro, it could be.
You remember
white
do you know the
bro,
last time there was a kid inside of the Oval Office?
And Santana, that's another thing that I want to.
Do you know when the last time there was a kid inside of the Oval Office?
Can I finish answering your first question? Your first question.
I mean, you were monologuing, but you know.
No, I wasn't monologuing. You cut me off. I got like my first sentence in, and I let you finish your.
Oh no, you got way more than your first sentence. But go ahead, my friend.
So what I wanted to finish saying is that if you want to find an issue with Trump, you're going to just sit there and find everything. Elon stood above him. Trump was sitting behind the desk. At the end of the day, you're focusing on like the minuscule problems and not the bigger issue at hand. Because like, how are you going to sit there and complain that Elon was talking majority of the time instead of Trump? Okay, well, do you want to talk about what he was talking about then? How about that's the more important issue? And then as far as who was the last kid in the Oval Office, do you want to take off the music now since I'm answering your question?
I mean, you were monologuing, my friend. Like, I
I'm
know
not-
you
I'm
were on
stating
your
facts.
soapbox.
Your job here isn't to. So you're not here to listen. You're just here
No,
to.
I mean,
get your
again,
point across
you know
and-
what happens in a conversation. Usually, it's back and forth exchange, not just someone talking and talking at the other person.
I'm not talking at you. We're addressing the first bullet point. You made your points.
You
by
rambled
proving
on
how
and on
Musk
and
is the
on.
president.
You rambled.
Why are you like this, Santana?
I
Like,
don't know. You know what it is. I do know what it is. I
I know what it
apologize.
is.
I know what it
And
is.
you know.
I'll share. I've had a long day, and I'm
Exactly.
feeling a little spicy. I think that's what it is. Nah, I'm sorry.
Santana's a little spicy.
Anywho, so
Sleep,
you're
bro, and
saying
stop
that
lying, stressing
you
yourself
said that
and the
I
rest
am
of the world.
actually reading into it. Yeah, you know what? You're right. You're right. Because that is it's all optics, right? And as someone, hey, my actual undergrad degree was in marketing, right? And something that I actually know really well is not only marketing but brand recognition, how to make sure that you are projecting said image that you're looking to project. And that was not good optics. But with that being said, to be fair, it was just optics, right? So can we talk about how Elon Musk has been identifying certain agencies and eliminating certain agencies when he doesn't have the government oversight in order to eliminate agencies? Can we talk about that then?
Yeah, sure. We can also talk about that. I mean, in his recommendations so if those programs get eliminated or temporarily eliminated and then implemented, Musk presenting it to the president and change. I don't know why you think it's not followed
When did
now.
I say that?
I mean, how come they were always the professional ones that followed chain of command?
Because they
Obviously, it's
actually
common
followed
sense.
decorum and they didn't actually try to violate people constitutional illegal things.
And
they
how
didn't
is
lie
it
about certain stuff that they
constitutional
found.
It's all how you look at everything through.
It's not.
It's not.
The matter is Donald Trump has violated his first term. Sure. In his first term, he violated the Second Amendment right with his bump stock ban. So yeah. And then this time he's violated the constitutional right with birthright citizenship. Twice he has violated the Constitution. And then
he has every right to do what he did.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. He absolutely doesn't. That's why it's a violation of the Constitution. He doesn't.
But it still had to go to the courts and then be addressed. So obviously,
what he did violates the Constitution, and that's what the court said. And then the crazy thing about him actually doing things that violate the Constitution, you said that has to go to the courts. He doesn't even listen to the courts. They're not abiding by what the courts is saying because Donald Trump thinks that he's a king. And now they've passed an initiative saying that only Donald Trump, the president, and the attorney general can dictate what the law is, which is not true because I guess just screw the court system. The courts can't interpret the law. What are we talking about?
Dude, you guys went from dictator to fascist to
did Donald Trump just sign an executive order? Did Donald Trump just sign an executive order where they said that not only did independent agencies have to roll up under him, but only he and the attorney general gets to say what the law or interpret the law in the United States?
I have no idea what you said, man. Repeat that.
Donald Trump signed an I'm just gonna say you don't even know what it is, and so I'll just tell you yes.
No, I didn't hear you. It was all
no, it's fine. Donald Trump signed an executive order a couple of days ago which consolidated power, putting certain independent agencies under the executive branch, and at the same time announced that only the president and the attorney general can actually interpret the law within the United States, which again, interpreting the law is the responsibility of the legislative branch. Donald Trump is trying to consolidate power.
No, well, interpreting the law would be the judicial branch.
Yeah, that's what I said.
You said legislative, but
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. I apologize. I meant judicial. You're absolutely right. W's in the chat for Chris for that correction. You're right.
You're good, man. You're good.
The courts. I apologize, but yes.
Yeah. So about that, I would have to read more into that. You said you have your degree in marketing, and I have mine in criminal justice.
That's cool. I said my underdegree. My undergrad degree. I have multiple MBAs as well. So like I have more than just a marketing degree.
Okay, well, congratulations.
Thank you.
So do I. I just try to keep it general and just humble.
I hear you.
On both.
So you said, wait, your degree is in what?
Criminal justice.
Criminal justice. Okay, so your degree is in criminal justice. So are you saying that Donald Trump hasn't violated the Constitution? Wait, so as a criminal justice major, your argument is that Donald Trump had every right to violate the Constitution?
Calm down, Santana.
No. I need to know, because now that one doesn't make sense. So you are a criminal justice major
like that,
but that's what you said. You're a criminal justice major.
Tell you
you're a criminal justice major that just said that Donald Trump had the right to violate the Constitution.
That's you, Santana. Crap.
That's what you said.
Do not put violate Constitution, criminal justice major in the same sentence. Stop it.
It's literally.
Anyways,
listen.
I'll state it the way it's properly supposed to be stated.
Go ahead.
So Donald Trump had every right.
Don't forget his middle name, Jimothy. Donald Jimothy
Trump.
Donald Jimothy Trump.
To challenge that. That is what I said. Don't put violation.
You said.
It's not a violation.
I said that he violated. I said he violated the Constitution. You said he had every right. That's what you said.
No, he didn't violate. He had every right to challenge.
No. The courts deemed that he violated, and even if you want to talk, even if you want to say, okay, he's still challenging the 14th Amendment. Even if you want to say he's still challenging that one. The Second Amendment, they deemed that he violated, thank you for the cake, violated the Second Amendment.
So, Santana.
So the Second Amendment, going back to his first term, you're talking about?
Yes.
Remember, I already told you I didn't vote for him the first term.
It doesn't matter.
I can't.
It doesn't matter.
Well, I'm saying I can't.
It doesn't matter. No, because you can't sit here and say, well, I didn't vote for him in 2020, but I voted for him in 2024. And so all the bad things that he did before I voted for him are not a factor.
I'm just saying how you said he violated in the. I just told you how I was able to justify the 14th Amendment because it was a challenge. And if the court wanted to see it as a violation, even though he has the authority to do that, then you went
my friend, are we not the sum of all of our decisions, or are we a singularity?
I told you, I cannot tell you.
Are we a sum of our decisions, or are we a singularity?
Dude, are you gonna let me answer?
I would like for you to answer this question. Are we the sum of our decisions, or are we a singularity?
We are a singularity. We're not.
So every single thing that we do is an independent action, and none of it is connected.
It is connected, but every day.
Then we are the sum of our actions. We are not a singularity.
No, we're not.
Okay,
sure as hell not the sum of my past choices. I'm a totally.
Yes, you are. Yes, we are. Good or bad. Good or bad. We are a sum of our actions, meaning that our actions have built on top of each other. We can either learn from those actions and course correct, or we can continue to pile onto those actions, but we are the sum of our action. We don't do things in a silo.
Right, Santana. And that's a good point. That's a good analogy. That is excellent. But let me ask you a question then. If you want to talk about sum, how can we give a fair, and I think this is a valid question. How can we give a fair, an idea? What would be the numbers to equal the sum? Are you saying, for example, Donald Trump's sum, are you saying it's after 50 points? Or because
what are you
you're
talking
saying,
about? What do you mean 50
so in
points? Where are you getting
comparison
points
to,
from?
so because you're saying that we should judge, your whole comparison here was that we should, based upon the totality and the sum of how Donald Trump acts, him doing this a second time is whatever you were intending to say. So my response to you was going to be, so what do you consider a sum? This is the second time he did
Do you know
it.
what the
Some could say
definition of
that's
sum is?
terrible, and some could
Do
say,
you know what this? Do you know what the definition of sum is?
go ahead. Why don't you tell me?
It's taking all actions, or even if you want to say math, you keep it simple. Keep it simple. It's all of the things combined. You take all the actions and you add all the actions up, and then you make a judgment based off of all actions, not one-offs, because not anyone is all bad and not anyone is all good. We are the sum of our actions. And so if you tend to do things that are more bad than good, you're a bad person. If you tend to do more good things than bad, you're a good person, at least in my perspective. But with that being said, I will never say that one individual action will make someone one single thing. That's absolutely insane. But Donald Trump has shown a pattern of negligent and harmful actions, whether you talk about him being an adjudicated rapist, whether you talk about the racist things that he's done and said, whether you talk about him actually approving to violate the Constitution twice, whether you talk about him actually wanting to have ICE raise the deport. He's a sum of all of these things. And you take a look at all of those things, and you looked at everything that he's done and made the decision that no matter what that sum is, you could find justification. That's your point. You're able to justify everything that he's done, even though his actions show that overwhelmingly he's not a good person. He's not a smart person. He's not someone that cares about people, and he's not someone that's going to do anything that benefits the American public, because he still has not done anything to benefit the American public since he's been in office. But he has done multiple things to benefit billionaires and all of these people on the list. That's why I still have the list. That's why it's still valid.
Santana, can I ask you a question?
Sure, my friend. Let me just say this real quick, because there's a lot happening, and I feel like I need to get this off. Guys, tap the screen, share the live out, do all the wonderful things to let the TikTok know that we are in the building. Guys, this is Sparring with Santana, one-on-one debates with Trump supporters. If you are a Trump supporter, get in the box. If you are someone that supports Donald Jimothy Trump, get in the box. Guys, remember, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all of my pay links are in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks 24 is the best way to support the live. If you are a friendly, you can make a donation and put a message on. I will read that message off as well. And guys, just a reminder, this is mutual aid week. So a portion of any and everything that you donate here with Sparring with Santana, I will be adding to the mutual aid that we have been collecting all week. We are helping one of our community members escape a horrible situation that is happening in Florida. So please consider donating. Like I said, a portion of every donation will be going to help support mutual aid. So Santana
His total.
all of his
And where he talked about kids growing up in a racial jungle.
please entire quote, but it's not what you think it is. That's not a dub for you. You know what's funny though, Chris? But like, this is my whole thing, right? The certain people try to weaponize, like, he was advocating for equal rights and saying how he did not want his children to grow. Get it?
I do. And also in the primaries, Kamala attacked Joe on his on his stance to oppose desegregation, and she said she attacked him on his busing policies because she said, if you remember, and I'm sure you do, she said, I was one of the little girls.
She did.
I was one of the girls that where you basically stood and opposed busing, and I was one of the girls on those buses. And then when she was questioned about that later, she comes back and says, when they asked her, well, now you're his VP, why do you now support him? You attacked him, now you're supporting him. And she laughed and said, oh, that was a debate. It was a debate. It was a so I
would love to hear that video, but again, that's another talking point that people like to pull up, because then they like to say, oh, Kamala Harris called Joe Biden racist. She absolutely did not call him racist. She said I do not think that you're racist, but yes, she actually talked about him opposing busing and all of those other things. But again, I do think that people are a sum of their action. Does Joe Biden have certain racist things in his past? He absolutely does. He absolutely does. But the point is, and just like I made a statement a few minutes ago, in which my actual point holds, people are a sum of their actions. And if you do more good than bad, then you're a good person. If you do more bad than good, you're a bad person. And Joe Biden, in totality, has done way more good than he's done bad.
Okay, may I say something, Chris, to add on to what you were saying? Actually, I think that's an interesting perspective, and I can say, and I can agree, Santana, with you as well on that. But then what I would like to say is, okay, so let's sit back and actually compare Joe Biden and Trump, and then let's see, because you say that
Why are we comparing Joe Biden and Trump? Like, I mean, who's the president? Also, guys, W's in the chat for Alice. Alice over on Twitch is one of our new subscribers. Alice, thank you so much for subscribing over on Twitch, YouTube. What up? I apologize. Go ahead.
It's okay. So what I was going to say was, when I just meant on a totality, because remember, I voted for Biden for sure. I voted for Biden in 2020. But my thing is that now, looking from an honest standpoint, and if you ask me what I think of Biden today, even though I changed my vote this election, I still like Joe Biden.
Okay.
I still like Joe Biden. I have respect for him. Like a lot of people mocked him for his age and stuff like that. I found all that very disrespectful. I think that, I think that period of time showed the world a lot too of how they treated like elders, and those people will answer for that. But I still have a lot of respect for him and Kamala Harris. I like Kamala Harris. But I will say is that I can honestly stand back and say, when looking at Joe Biden in totality, honestly, other than his time in the government, when we saw him with Barack Obama, and even when Barack Obama was elected, I was like 9. But in totality, here's the thing: the comparison is not the same, because Joe Biden, we really started kind of paying attention to him, in 2009, and he was always doing his own thing. We don't know anything about his personal history. Trump, on the other hand, everybody loved Trump. Let's be honest. They only started hating him recently. So to me, that's an even comparison. We got Joe Biden's last
year.
It is.
What are we doing? How long do you think you've been speaking?
To you how you're comparing that.
How long have you been? How long do you think you've been speaking?
I know I've been speaking for a while, but
Chris,
my point,
am I wrong?
My point.
You keep hopping on a soapbox for some reason.
I'm not hopping on a soapbox. I'm used to having to be very detailed in what I do. So if I have to break down some words to make it shorter, I will.
No. It just take a break and allow other people to speak. That's it. That's all you got to do.
Well,
guys, W's in the chat for Gene. Gene sent a $1 donation saying, I'll bite Biden versus Trump. One has 34 felonies and has raped a woman, and the other one isn't a felon and hasn't raped anyone. Comparison over. Guys, W's in the chat for Gene. Guys, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. All the pay links are in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks 24. Santana Speaks 24 is the best way to support the live. Anything is accepted. Everything is appreciated. Also, guys, again, remember, every portion of your donation goes towards mutual aid support. It is mutual aid week, so I will be making a donation. Hey, Chris, I'm going to go ahead and swap you out, my friend, if you don't mind. We got a lot of people in the box. I appreciate you.
No, you're good. Thanks, man.
a good one.
Bye,
Guys,
Chris.
only request up if you are a Trump supporter. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter. If you are in the box and you are not a Trump supporter, please do not request up. I am only talking to Trump supporters. This is Sparring with Santana, one-on-one debates with Trump supporters. So again, if you're friendly, keep tapping the screen. We're almost at 100,000 likes. Let's get it up to 150,000 likes. Let's get the shares up, guys. Let's get the shares up to 150 shares, and let's do all the wonderful things. Gotti G, are you a Trump supporter?
100%.
Okay, perfect. Hey, Gotti G.
I just want to know who pays you to get on here and do this, because you ain't smart enough to do it on your own. So it's either Harris or Hillary. Which one pays you?
Wait, so you think that I'm paid?
Of course you are. It's the same playbook as 2016. You guys.
Wait. So you're trying to determine who pays me? Like, why do I have to be paid? What? I'm confused.
Look at you, bro. You're sitting on a live, wasting time, trying to talk shit about somebody that already won presidency.
How am I? Wait, I'm so confused. So you think that I'm paid? So I'm paid because I'm actually up here talking about who am I paid by? I am so confused who I'm paid for.
No way you're not being paid by Hillary or by Harris.
So wait, so you think that I'm either paid by Hillary or Harris?
Well, Santana, you do have a very set schedule. It's kind of hard not to believe this isn't your 9 to 5.
Yeah, I do have a very set schedule. That's because I have an actual regiment, and I try to actually provide a time frame so people know exactly when to actually be here.
When you
W's in the chat for Barbara. Thank you so much for that subscription, Barbara.
So people can know when you clock into work. Exactly.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. You know why? I am trying to actually make sure that I am able to provide the information, education, and entertainment for people at the same time every day. Yeah. You know what's funny, Gotti? You know what's funny, Gotti? How long did you sit in my box? How long? First of all, you don't know how race works, but listen, question for you. If you can stop yelling for a moment. How long did you wait in my request to come up and speak to me? He doesn't know that he's still muted, chat. He doesn't know that he's muted.
Came up here a little bit calm.
That's the funny part, right? He has no idea how to actually unmute himself, and so now he's
Why can't we talk about the positive? And people around the world, you should be using your platform to inform them.
I hear you. Mute.
Ago.
Gotti, I'm sending you a request to come off mute. W's in the chat for Gene. Did. Thank you so much for that $1 donation, Gene. You are absolutely too kind. Guys, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all the pay links are in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks 24. Santana Speaks 24 is the best way to support the live. If you enjoy the information, education, entertainment, please consider donating. Everything is accepted. Anything is appreciated. We got Gotti up here who came up and completely crashed out. Now he's muted and doesn't know how to unmute. So let's walk him through it. Gotti, listen to me, buddy. I know you're probably still yelling at your phone. I know that you're probably still completely crashing out. I get it. But what I need you to do is just tap the box where your name is, right? Gotti G, tap the box and then tap the microphone, and that will actually allow you to unmute. So tap the box, touch the microphone, click save, and you'll be able to unmute. Guys, W's in the chat for Queen Anne. Queen Anne sent a $5 donation saying, let Gotti know who pays you. W's in the chat for Queen Anne. Queen Anne pays me. Queen Anne absolutely pays me. Thank you so much for that donation, Queen Anne. Also, guys, W's in the chat for Terry. Terry sent a $10 donation for mutual aid. Thank you so much for that $10 donation, Terry. You are absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. Gotti, I'm going to give you one more chance. I'm going to give you one more chance to try to come off mute. I mean, I see that you're fighting with the mute button, and the mute button is very much winning. I know it's hard. Gotti, are you there? Gotti, I mean, like, Candace, thank you so much for the subscription. He came up and he was so hot. And now he's just like, oh, there he is. He had to leave. I'm not even going to say anything. I'm not even going to say anything. Guys, keep tapping the screen. Keep tapping. Share the live out. Do all the wonderful things. Again, if you are a Trump supporter, get in the box. If you are a Trump supporter, get in the box. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter, because we are only talking to Trump supporters. This is Sparring with Santana, one-on-one debates with Trump supporters. We are only talking to Trump supporters. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter. Let me do this real quick. Quiet Warrior, are you a Trump supporter? Quiet Warrior, are you a Trump supporter? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and drop you down, guys. W's in the chat for Nelson. I'm sorry, or I'm not gonna say the other name since I messed that one up, but who sent a $5 donation saying thank you for spreading our message. The DNC, listen, DNC, you can't keep outing me like that. Also, guys, W's in the chat for Vincent, who sent a $5 donation, said this is the allowance I got from Gotti's mom. I'll share. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you absolutely so much, guys. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all the pay links are in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks 24 is the best way to support the live. Let's see here. This is getting wicked. This is getting wicked. All right, Hillbilly, are you a Trump supporter?
I support him throwing Europe to the wolves in Russia. I'm gonna fucking love it.
Wait, so you want to see a stronger Russia?
I want to see us get new allies. I don't want to keep on. We don't need to be taking care of people that fucking hate us. Do y'all see Canada too?
Wait, hold on. Hillbilly, just to make sure I have an understanding. You want a stronger Russia.
I want to see Europe humiliated.
But you do understand that by you saying you want to see Europe humiliated, that means that you want to see a stronger Russia, or even to bring back the USSR. So you want to bring back the USSR.
There's not going to be no USSR again.
Hey, what did Putin say?
Well, he wants to strengthen his empire. I have no doubt.
Putin said that he wants to reestablish the glory of the USSR. I think you said that you want to throw Europe to the wolves, meaning Russia. And then if you throw Europe to the wolves, that means you're going to strengthen Russia. And if Russia can actually build back up, that's their end game. That's their goal. The USSR.
Even if they get stronger, they're never going to come across the ocean and invade us. We're always going to have a stronger military, and we spend more money on our military than all the other countries combined in the world.
My God, I don't think that you understand what you just said or your whole thought process. I think you're a little bit confused about it.
They'll get stronger. I don't doubt it. But here's what.
And you're okay with that though. But like you're good with that.
We can make allies out of them. Why do we have to hate Russia?
So we hate Russia because they're a dictator state. So you like dictators?
Well, I look at Europe as being
Hillbilly. Do you like dictators?
Let me tell you what, I don't like dictators, but I hate.
You absolutely love dictators because you're like, why do we hate Russia? Are you a Russian? Are you a Russian asset? What is happening here?
A regular old hillbilly that lives up in the holler, it's sick. Has watched before Trump ever came along. Has watched the way that Western Europe has always talked about America, and they was the same son of bitches when they was warned before Trump ever come the picture about becoming dependent on Russian fuel like natural gas and shit like that.
Okay, wait. So the reason why, so you're upset, your feelings are hurt because Western Europe, quote unquote, talk shit, and now you want to see the USSR come back because they talk shit and hurt your feelings.
Like I said, I don't believe we need to have allies that don't care about us. What the hell does Europe do for us? What does caring have to do with actually being allies? You don't have to care about someone. You just have to actually benefit them in some way. What are we talking about? World War started that. They're starting fucking Europe. Both world wars start in Europe and shit.
Okay. Okay.
So
what's the point, my friend?
And it's just like what happened in the last. And here's another thing too. All their squabbling, petty shit leads to this. It's never just one side. Like everybody tries to make shit black and white. The Nazi Germany was evil. And
Schnazzy. W's in the chat for Kelly for the subscription. Thank you so much for the subscription, Kelly.
But let's not
Hey,
forget what I
Santana,
learned.
I'm gonna bow out. But I didn't want to bow out before saying goodbye. I always watch your lives regardless. Actually, when I was trying to make my decision on who I was gonna vote for, I watched a lot. You're a great guy. God bless you, your family, and thanks for having me up. Take care.
Thank you for coming up. You welcome back anytime. I appreciate you.
Just don't forget that in the last World War, France wasn't innocent either. They wanted to humiliate the Germans till they embraced a piece of shit like Adolf Hitler. So to a certain point,
the organization banned the unification of titles.
They're going to have to own their
second. Hold on a second, Hillbilly.
Hold on a
Dennis,
second.
are you a Trump supporter?
One moment.
Yeah, Dennis, are you? Or he's pausing TV. Guys, W's in the chat for Kim. Kim sent a $5 donation saying, what's the bounty on Leah? Oh, she's already gone. Don't even worry about it, friend. She's already gone. But thank you for that donation, guys. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. All of my pay links are in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks 24. Santana Speaks 24 is the best way to support the live. If you enjoy the information, education, entertainment, please consider donating. Everything is accepted. Anything is appreciated. Guys, let's keep running the likes up. Keep tapping the screen. Let's see. Oh, can we knock out the daily gift goal? It's the High Bears. Can we knock out the High Bears, guys, please? That will help boost the live. So tap the screen, share the live out, do all the wonderful things. We got Hillbilly up here. Hillbilly is a Russian sympathizer who wants to see the USSR come back because his feelings are hurt. And so we have to actually go from there. So let's deal with Hillbilly's feelings. And maybe if we can address his feelings, he will no longer want to see Mother Russia rise again. Right, Hillbilly?
Well, like I said, I'm sick of seeing people that want our money and our help but think they can dump and shit all over us. And they do nothing. They bring nothing to the table. And why is it now that they're afraid that we're going to dump them that now they're like, well, maybe we do need to just, raise our own European military. And
you know what it is? It's because the fact that the United States has been in alliance with these different countries for a very long time, and it's been beneficial on both ends because the United States has had a European presence and been able to actually influence global policy, politics, and also gain access to precious minerals by having a presence across the world. But now we have someone like Donald Trump who is unpredictable, who doesn't value contracts, agreements, treaties, none of it. And that's a bad thing. And also you have someone who wants to actually, not only annex countries, but invade countries. It's a whole thing. So they have to actually boost their military because now, the person who has the keys to the car is drinking and driving. That they have to worry about it. Anthony, are you a Trump supporter?
I am.
Okay, perfect. Hillbilly, give me 1 second. Anthony, I got a question for you, my friend.
Sure.
Anthony, who's Trump's daddy?
Trump's senior.
No. You're talking about Fred Trump?
It's not. It's definitely not Elon Musk. If that's what you're.
No. Well, hold on. I'm not alluding. And I know how it can be confusing, right? Because I'm not talking about his father. We're not talking about Fred Trump. We're talking about his daddy, right? And the reason why I say that is because we know about President Musk. Yes, we absolutely know about President Musk, but we also know that he's been bending the knee for BB. We know that he's Putin's puppet. Hillbilly's Putin's puppet as well. But also lately, he's been the Heritage Foundation's whore. But we can't forget about his billionaire bosses. So I guess the thing that I'm really trying to figure out is how can one man serve so many masters without doing anything for the American people?
Okay, so here's a question. So one thing that I definitely know for sure is the egress out of Afghanistan was a debacle, and that was under the Biden administration. And one thing that I do know is that the country is definitely, anytime you have, you want to make sure that your political position is going to be straight. And people
Go Rush, thank you for sending out 3 subs. You're freaking awesome. Thank you, Go Rush. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
People do not respect. Okay, the last administration.
You know, beyond
reason. Oh, beyond reason.
Oh, you are tripping, my friend.
How was I tripping? If that was a situation, then that the scenario, the egress out of Afghanistan would have not been the way that it was.
Sure.
One thing that
who mapped out the Afghanistan, the Afghani pullout?
Trump was the one who put the timeline on it.
Exactly. And
right?
not only the timeline, my friend,
who
not only the time front and the timeline, but the actual execution of the plan. Donald Jimothy Trump mapped out the entire plan. And then the Biden Harris, someone just sent out 5 subs. Whoever sent out 5 subs, you are freaking awesome. Thank you so much. I got to go back. I can't see. Whoever just sent out 5 subs, thank you so much for that. Donald Trump mapped out not only the actual the timeline, but the actual plan to pull out of Afghanistan. So listen, I will give you this. I think there's culpability on both sides.
I disagree with that.
I know you do, because you're not actually someone that can talk bad about Papa Trump.
I'm not qualified because I served in the Marine Corps.
No, I didn't say that you're not qualified. I said
up Afghanistan.
I did not say that you're not qualified.
Okay.
I said that you're not someone that's willing to criticize Daddy Trump. Howdy, partner. That's what I said. But the reason why I put blame on both sides is because of what I just said. Donald Trump mapped out the exit and the timeline. Joe Biden and the Biden Harris administration executed said exit. That's a 2-pronged approach that was not successfully executed, and in totality, it reflects bad on the United States. Thank you for the money gun. It reflects bad on the United States government. And so I'm not going to say, oh, it was Joe Biden or oh, it was Donald Trump. It was all of them. They all have blood on their hands. That's true.
Okay, so now when Trump set the policy to withdraw all troops from Afghanistan on the Doha agreement, that was in 2020, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so who finalized the plan with their generals? That was under the Biden administration. And the reason why, and the reason
absolutely not true.
It is true.
It was adjusted because they tried to actually get a little bit more time.
Okay,
that there was an adjustment to it, but it wasn't final. Well, I guess, you know what? I apologize. I guess technically, if you want to be absolutely technical, because again, they adjusted the final timeline. If you want to be super specific, okay, but the actual plan was fully fleshed out and fully agreed upon by the Trump administration.
No, brother. Okay, so I this is my first time here.
W's in the chat. W's in the chat for Kabira. Kabira sent a $20 donation saying, hearing Hillbilly speak on Russia is sickening. I'm a Cold War Desert Storm veteran, and to hear him praise Russia shows how treasonous Trump's stooges are. Guys, W's in the chat for Kabira. Thank you so much for that donation, Kabira. You are absolutely, absolutely kind. Guys, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all of my pay links are in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks 24. Santana Speaks 24 is the best way to support the live. If you enjoy the information, education, entertainment, please consider donating. Everything is accepted. Anything is appreciated. And a portion of everything that you guys donate goes towards Mutual Aid Week. This is Mutual Aid Week. We are actually collecting money within our community to help benefit a member within our community who is trying to escape a very, very tragic event in Florida. So they're trying to get out. So we're trying to raise money. So everything that you donate, a portion of it from Sparring with Santana will be donated as well. With that being said, go ahead.
Well, I never praised Putin or
Hillbilly. Let me get this one, brother.
Okay.
Okay. So okay. All right,
Hillbilly. Anthony said, "Be quiet."
Okay, so first and foremost, Santana Jones, I really appreciate you bringing me up. But just okay, so now the only question that I have is, can plans be changed? We're going to go through this, okay, and then I want to go to the current administration and everything that's going on right now. Okay,
and so, let me just make sure I know. I let you know this before you start your line of questioning. I'm not an unreasonable person.
Sure,
right?
Okay.
I'm not someone that's going to say, everything's black and white, because it's not. But I also understand that there's nuances and there's also accountability that has to be placed. And, so you're not going to get someone that's just going to say, oh, no, you're absolutely wrong, or, oh, I'm absolutely right. We can talk, but I mean, anyway, go ahead.
Okay. So the U.S. Department of Defense and State Department are the people that were responsible for executing the plan. Now, in 2020, when they said that they were going to do the egress of Afghanistan, the major issue that they did is they shut down Bagram Air Base, which was a strategic air base where we've been getting in and out of Afghanistan for years. It was set up when I went 60 days after the first service members were over there. Now, that's 13 troops on the Biden administration's hands. So those people are not here today. So now that's the first thing. Now I'm okay with talking about what's going on right now. And both of them were Democrats.
Hold on 1 second. Let me test your actual conviction, and also to see where your morals are.
Sure.
So in total, how many troops were unalived under the Biden-Harris administration?
Under the Biden-Harris administration? I think it was, you're talking about theater, or?
I'll give you the number, no words, 16.
Right.
16.
Because of the, yes.
Yeah. How many soldiers were unalived under the Trump administration?
It was much more than that. And the reason why it was much more than that is because we were in Afghanistan and Iraq during the time.
Okay.
So of
perfect,
course, I mean,
perfect. So, okay.
Yeah. So
it was
compare that.
Yeah. I saw 68 in the chat. I could have sworn it was 69, but I'll go with 68. But so do you put any blame on Donald Trump for the mismanagement and loss of soldiers' lives, the same way that you put the blame on Joe Biden for the mismanagement of soldiers' lives? Are they
absolutely? It's completely different. Okay.
So
I'm gonna tell you why. I have to tell you why.
Okay. Well, before you do, give me 1 second, guys. W's in the chat for Maram. I'm so sorry. I know I'm messing up your name. Marama. I'm so sorry. Thank you so much for the $10 donation. You are absolutely far too kind. And also, guys, W's in the chat for John. John sent a $1 donation to say, make sure to call vets for Trump's traitors. Ooh, I mean, I didn't say it. I respect all veterans. As a matter of fact, Anthony, thank you for your service. But that's what John just said. W's in the chat for John for that $1 donation. Guys, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all the pay links are in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks 24. Santana Speaks 24 is the best way to support the live. If you enjoy the information, education, entertainment, please consider donating. Guys, tap the screen. Let's get the likes up to 200,000 likes. Let's also knock out these daily gift goals. It's the let them cook, because I'm up here cooking. Let them cook. Let's knock those out. We got Anthony up here. We got Hillbilly up here. Anthony, go.
Okay, so during the time there was 8,400 U.S. troops that were in. He inherited that, right? So then another 14,000 troops was sent before, that was already planned before he was going. So of course, if you got 68 deaths, you can't control that. But when you say a drawdown, the problem was they sent civilian aircrafts, okay, to take the people home, and they shut down a strategic air base, Bagram Air Base. And then during that time, okay, there was a sniper that said that they saw the suicide bomber, but the administration decided not to take action. And I'll give you the name. This is true. So I understand. Look, I support my commander in chief. I respect Biden. I respect the Biden administration. But at the same time, globally, the world did not fear Biden. He just was not in control, man.
Yeah. So Joe Biden had a higher international approval rate than Donald Trump. Donald Trump has literally been laughed at by our allies in his face and behind his back. And Donald Trump is actively alienating our allies, and also at the same time cozying up to a dictator. No one fears nor respects Donald Trump whatsoever. It's wild for some reason that you guys think that people fear Donald Trump. They should actually fear the office of the presidency, in the sense of understanding what that means for anyone to hold the office of the presidency. But talking about that individual, no one fears Donald Trump in his poopy diaper, like, at all. Like, that's just the truth. Like, Donald Trump is a weak, senile old man. Now, he does have the nuclear football, and that makes him dangerous. But as far as projecting strength or being some type of, leader that other world leaders look at with any type of reverence. That's not true. W's in the chat for Latrice, who sent a $10 donation. Thank you so much, Latrice, for that $10 donation. You are absolutely amazing. Guys, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all my pay links are in the bio. Remember, this is still mutual aid week. This is still mutual aid week. Any donation that you guys make, a portion of that donation will be given to mutual aid. We have a community member who is trying to escape a bad situation in Florida, and they need our help. So anything that you can donate, please consider donating. We will be making a donation towards mutual aid week as well. Anthony, hold tight for a second, because you and I have been going back and forth. I want to get back to Hillbilly just for a moment, because I don't want him to sit on ice for too long.
Well, can I say something really quick, and then I'll, CG point to you. I want to make it clear, I have never voted for Donald Trump, not out of the 3 times a man's run. That's why when I led off with my comment, I said I support him throwing them to the wolves. I don't think Donald Trump's a measured person.
Who'd you vote for?
I voted for Robert Kennedy, and I believe it was a waste of a vote. In Kentucky, he was on the ballot. I have never.
What happened?
I kicked him.
Oh.
Guys, tap the screen, tap the screen, tap, tap, tap. Let's go ahead and get the likes up to 200,000 likes. Let's get the likes up to 200,000 likes. Guys, if you are a Trump supporter, get in the box. If you are someone that supports Donald Jimothy Trump, get in the box. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter. We are only talking to Trump supporters, guys. This is not late nights. I am not looking to talk to any friendlies. If you are a friendly, tap the screen, share the live. You can also make a donation and leave a message, and I will read it out. But only request up if you are a Trump supporter. Banks, or is it Bank? I'm sorry. What's your username? Bank. Are you a Trump supporter?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and drop you down. I appreciate you. Guys, only request up if you are a Trump supporter, someone that actually voted for Donald Trump. This is Sparring with Santana, one-on-one debates with Trump supporters. I am not looking for any friendlies. If you are a friendly, please do not request up. This is not late nights, guys. W's in the chat for Kelly.
Omar.
Yeah, man. You know, we in the building. What's up, brother?
Let's go.
W's in the chat for Kelly. Kelly sent a $10 donation. Kelly, thank you so much for your $10 donation. You are absolutely amazing. Thank you. Omar, I'm assuming since Anthony knows you, you guys are friends, so I'm assuming you're a Trump supporter for sure.
Yeah. I'm independent and I voted for Trump.
Okay, let's get it. Hey, Omar, quick question for you, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
Who's Trump's daddy?
God. The most
God. Jeebus. You know he doesn't believe in Jeebus. Stop it. You know he absolutely does not believe in God.
So if he didn't believe in God, why did he sign an executive order to remove biological men from women's sports?
Easy. He's the Heritage Foundation's whore. Super easy. He has to acquiesce to the Heritage Foundation because he made a deal with the devil. Yes, I said the devil. He made a deal with the devil, and so he has to actually bow down to the Heritage Foundation, which the Heritage Foundation is a bunch of right-wing Christian national nuts. And so it makes perfect sense why he did that. Next question.
So if Christians believe in God and I said that his daddy is God, why would he align himself with people who believe in God if that's your claim? Again,
it's not that he aligned himself with people that believe in God. And I'm not saying that God is his daddy. I'm saying that he has multiple masters. And I'm just trying to actually figure out which one he actually serves the most, right? We have President Musk. He's been in Anita Bibi. He's Putin's puppet. We already talked about the Heritage Foundation, but he also has his billionaire bosses. But the simple fact of the matter is the reason why he aligned himself with the Heritage Foundation is because the Heritage Foundation made a quid pro quo. We will help you. They did it twice, actually. Did you know that, Omar?
Question. You don't think
wait.
Kamala,
Did you know that they made a deal with the devil twice?
What deal are you speaking of? Give me the two deals that you're referring.
Sure. The first deal was the actual fact that when in 2016 he worked with the Heritage Foundation, and the deal was if they help him win the Christian vote, then he would actually pack the court with Supreme Court justices that would help overturn Roe. which we know for a fact that the Heritage Foundation worked to get Roe overturned for over 60 years. This has been their sole focus, is to get Roe overturned. And so they helped secure the Christian vote that helped push him into the White House. And he elected 3 Supreme Court justices who all said, we're not going to touch Roe. And as soon as they had an opportunity, they actually overturned Roe. And then the second deal was, if you help me get elected, Donald Trump, and help me stay out of jail, I'll implement Project 2025, which we know the Heritage Foundation crafted Project 2025. Donald Trump has been elected, and a majority of his executive orders, the things that were listed in Project 2025, that 922-page document, has been implemented. And he also has put people in his cabinet that specifically wrote different parts of Project 2025, including his head of the FCC, who wrote the portion about the FCC in Project 2025.
So why did Trump deny the Project 2025?
Because it came out how bad the Project 2025 was, and he realized that that wasn't a good thing, and he knew that he had to quote unquote distance himself. And that's why they were talking behind the scenes saying, we understand that he has to do this. Listen, I've said this a million times. Donald Trump, I don't think he's a good businessman. He's not a good businessman. He's not smart. He's not a good person, but he is a marketing genius. He understands his brand better than anyone else. He has an amazing brand that he's cultivated, and he understood that Project 2025 was a losing effort, and he could not attach himself to it. That's why, even though in 2023, he was talking about the Heritage Foundation and how they had Project 2025 set up, but then as soon as people started realizing what it was, he had to completely back away from it, even though the Heritage Foundation appointed J.D. Vance as his vice president. And J.D. Vance wrote the foreword to Project 2025.
Do you have a problem with Christian values?
No, I don't have a problem with anyone's values. I do have a problem with people that actually push their values on other people. I definitely have a problem with that, but I don't care about anybody's religion.
So what issue do you have with Trump versus Kamala? Are you saying that she didn't have people in her corner that she was affiliated with?
The problem that I have with Trump versus Kamala is that Donald Trump is an existential threat to democracy, which he's showing right now, but also he has a history of being a racist, sexist. He's also has a history of being classist. And now, he's a fascist as well. He meets all 14 tenets of fascism. He's an all-around horrible, despicable human being who was only running for a second term to stay out of jail. Let's not get it twisted. The reason why Donald Trump ran for president again is because he knew he was going to jail. And as soon as he got elected, all the cases went away. Let me read these off real quick, because guys, I gotta hit these guys. W's in the chat for Alice over on Twitch, who sent 100 bits to say, if Trump believed in God, why did he throw an absolute bitch fit when the bishop gave him a sermon on the teachings of Jesus? You know it, Alice. He had a fit when the bishop tried to tell him that he should be kind like Jesus. Also, guys, W's in the chat for Lou, who sent a $5 donation saying nobody aligned with actual Christianity aligns with Musk. You're absolutely right, guys. W's in the chat for Beth, who sent a $30 donation saying Trump and his supporters are easily manipulated. Listen, I know this, friend. Don't make them feel bad. We got it. We understand. W's in the chat for Beth for that $30 donation. Also, guys, W's in the chat for Datisha, who sent a $4.20 donation saying, for your organization. Thank you so much for that actual donation. You are absolutely too kind, guys. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all of my pay links are in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks 24. Santana Speaks 24 is the best way to support the live. Anything is accepted. Everything is appreciated. It is mutual aid week. We are taking up donations all week for mutual aid. Everything that you donate here on Sparring with Santana, a portion of everything that you donate will be donated towards mutual aid. We have a community member who is trying to escape a horrible situation in Florida, and we're trying to do any and everything that we can to help support them. So if you can donate, please consider donating. Omar,
I'm trying to get into conversation with you, so let me ask you this.
I apologize. I had to,
Oh, no, I know. I already know you're a businessman, So My question to you is: you talked about democracy. When you look at Biden and you look at the executive orders that he passed during his term, one that was very crucial was the remember when we had the country lockdown where so many small businesses went under based on these tyrannical can we say COVID on TikTok?
C19, but come on, bro. You said his
I'm new on
tyrannical shut down. Stop it. Say C19, but stop it.
Do you think people should be forced to get something put in their body just to provide for their family? Do you think businesses should have to enforce certain policies to stay, to stay in business?
I think that only federal workers were mandated to actually get vaccinations. Other people were not mandated to get vaccinations. And I think that when you talk about people like United States soldiers who sign over their entire bodies, like, sorry, you get all types of shots and all types of other stuff that, it's that normal people don't get. It's a whole thing. But with that being said, when you talk about a global pandemic that had never been seen before, there was not enough information to actually know what was or was not happening. I think that it was justified to actually take precautions, even more so if we would have taken more precautions to start, then the actual later precautions wouldn't have been as necessary. But you have people like Donald Timothy Trump who spread misinformation, disinformation, actually had super spreader events and actually lied to the people about how serious it was. And so a lot of people unalived, over 1 million Americans lost their lives because Donald Trump did not tell people the truth. I think that any and every precaution that were taken to protect the American citizens until we figured things out was necessary. And then we actually move forward from there. I think that we should have actually making sure that we took care of those businesses and people and everything. I mean, you have countries like Canada. Canada was sending out stimulus checks every week. Like they supported their actual people to keep them afloat while the pandemic was happening. But the United States didn't do that. The United States had no interest in taking care of people.
So if this was just, why did Biden pardon Fauci? He had
because Kash Patel was confirmed as the head of the FBI today. That's why. And you know what Kash Patel did today?
My question is, no crime.
Do you know what Kash Patel did today? After being confirmed.
What did he do?
He put out a hit list of people that he wants to actually investigate. People that he is planning on targeting. Literally today, after being confirmed as the head of the FBI, thank you, he admitted that he has certain people that he's going to try to actually investigate, find dirt on, target, harass. Like, it's absolutely insane. Joe Biden had to do preemptive pardons because Donald Trump and his team of goons and ghouls had a hit list of people that they were going to try to actually harm, and he had to protect people who were doing their jobs.
So you don't think that an investigation is needed if it comes to pass that what Fauci and all these other people did were evil? That the C-19 was a bioweapon, that, these tyrannical policies were not to protect people, but to really
did 1 million Americans unalive?
Even more.
Yes or no, my friend? Yes or no, my friend? Yes or no, my friend?
Allegedly.
Omar, you and I can't have a conversation if you're not going to actually deal with facts. And if you're going to tell me that allegedly 1 million Americans lost their lives to C-19, then we can't continue to talk. Like, I have to know that you're actually having a conversation in good faith.
That's how I feel about you, because I got receipts where you had the Biden administration say that, hey, we're not going to force people to do anything, and then they backtrack. I got all kind of receipts.
Again, we haven't talked about that. I asked you a pretty straightforward, simple question. Did over 1 million Americans lose their lives due to C-19? Yes or no?
According to that data, yeah, but they could be manipulated.
You were, whoa.
Can I jump? I don't know how to. Santana, is it okay to say that we were saying that alignment with the Christian faith? Then why did in February this month? Okay. And I turned 47 today. He signed
Happy birthday.
Thank you. He did sign an executive order basically addressing anti-Christian biases in government,
which is absolutely insane. That is absolutely insane.
Why is that insane?
They created a Christian task force. They created a task force where the attorney general is gonna find people that are anti-Christian. That's absolutely nuts.
Anti-Christian in government? That's basically not giving people a choice. Like
separation of church and state. Separation of church and state.
So basically what you're saying is that you are aligned with people that with our traditional ways of, you're okay with women being in men's, men being in women's sports.
I don't understand how you made that pivot.
I'm just asking, like,
I don't understand. I don't understand how you made that pivot, going from wanting to actually forget about the separation of church and state to transphobia, but it's a wild pivot.
This isn't
so
transphobia.
just to make sure you understand, right? Be super clear about me. I love trans people. I respect trans people. I want trans people to live. Trans men are men, trans women are women. Like, it's so weird how you guys try to hyperfixate on a small group of people who are trying to live their lives. You guys are trying to demonize them, which is fucking mind-blowing, especially for people who claim to be Christians. But you always think about, what would Jeebus do? Right? You guys, it's the dumbest thing ever when the Bible talks about how much God loves individuals who are transgender individuals. It's literally in the Bible, but you guys don't care anything about your magic book. All you guys want to do is be hateful. It's so fucking weird. Sorry for cursing.
Hateful. It's not
are
about
you
being,
an atheist?
Hold on.
No, I'm not an atheist.
Oh my, let me say this. It's not about, it's about equal rights for all people. Nobody is saying, okay, so you can't tell me that a person, a trans person doesn't get more rights to be able to speak. If I address
what more rights
and I'm wrong or something like that, come on, man. You actually know that the Christian faith is under attack, right?
No. It's not
okay. So you think? So wait a minute.
Christian,
I'm in California.
Hey!
I gotta say this.
What group of people have unalived more people in the world based off of their religion? Go.
It's disappointing, man. We
answer the question. Answer the question.
This is very disappointing.
Answer the question.
What are you talking about?
What religion? What group of people have unalived more people in the history of the world versus any other religion based off of their faith? Go.
I don't understand it. I'm not understanding
Christians have unalived more people than any other religion in the name of their faith. Christians. Listen, you guys don't know the Bible. You guys don't actually care about the Bible. You guys don't follow Jesus' teachings. You guys just want to use it as a tool of oppression. And whether it's oppressing trans people, whether it's oppressing women, whether you talk about slave owners oppressing their slaves, the Bible has been used as a tool of oppression. And it's something that has been translated multiple times over and over and over. And you people don't read it. You don't know the Bible, but yet you thump the Bible because you try to use it as justification. I got to read these guys. W's in the chat for Roxy, who sent a $25 donation saying, keep up the good fight, Santana. Thank you so much for that $25 donation. Wow. Also, guys, W's in the chat for Kabira, who sent another $5 donation saying, so what does that mean for me as a Muslim American? Right? Like Kabira, that's the thing. They don't care about other people's religions. They only care about their religions, and they only want to actually be vindicated in their own religion. Like, again, I made this statement from the very beginning. I genuinely don't care about other people's religions. Like, you can practice whatever religion you want. I don't care if you're a Christian. I don't care if you're a Muslim or a Hindu or Buddhist or whatever. I don't care if you worship the devil, as long as you're not trying to force your religion on other people, where Christians have a extreme weird fetish with forcing their religion on other people. And we're supposed to have separation of church and state. But then you have people like Donald Trump, who wants to put the Constitution in the Bible and then put it in schools. Like, what are we talking about?
That's not what that's not what the that's not what the executive order says, brother.
Hey.
Okay, so all of that,
Hey,
all of
hey,
that
Anthony.
word.
Hey,
Listen,
Anthony. Hey, Anthony.
I would like to. I'd
Hey,
like
Anthony.
to. Go
Hey,
ahead. Go
Anthony.
ahead, brother. Go ahead. I'm
Why
not gonna be
the
allowed
fuck
to speak.
you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop fucking lying.
Anthony, the thing is that the executive order that was signed, there's been multiple executive orders specifically signed in the name of Christianity. When you do that, understanding that the country was not founded on Christianity, this is not a Christian country. It's not. And even more, that there are more people in the world practicing other religions than Christianity. It's insane how much people want to push Christianity on other people.
Okay, so now let me respond.
Sure,
okay,
go ahead.
Let me respond. Okay,
You got it.
See, this is what this is why you know that people don't read. Purpose and policy affirms the U.S. government's commitment to safeguarding religious freedoms and ending weaponization of governments against Christians. Task force establishment creates a task force led by Attorney General Pam to identify and address unlawful practices within executive departments and agencies that discriminate against Christians and all other religions. Okay, what are all other religions? Recommendations and action. Look, I'm reading the executive order right now.
All other religions.
Step to revoke and terminate policies and practice on conducts identifying as discriminatory. So safe faith-based organizations that allow any organization to practice their religion. Okay, that's what the executive order says. Where in the hell did I get anti-transgender and all of this other stuff? That's not what I said. Nobody said that.
You're the one that brought up. You said men in women's sports. You said that.
Are men not in women? Was women not
is that is that not bringing up transgender people?
Was men?
Excuse my language.
Were men in women's sports under the last administration?
Are you talking about transgender people? Are you talking about transgender people? Yes or no?
What children not allowed?
Hey, Anthony.
I'm answering your question.
Are you talking about transgender people? Yes or no?
Two people can't talk at the same time, brother. I know it's
simple question. Simple question. Yes or no?
Okay.
Were you just to make sure there's no confusion between the both of us, because you just read off the executive order, and then after that you went back to men being in women's sports. So are you referring to transgender people? Yes or no?
Well, men and women's sports doesn't always equate to transgender.
That's why I'm asking for clarification. Are you talking about
it does not encapsulate all of that.
Okay, so what are you talking about when you say men and women's sports?
Men and women's sports. That's exactly what I'm saying.
What are you talking about? What men are in women's sports? Be specific.
Men in women's sports.
Be specific.
I am being. How else can you be more specific?
Give me the example that you're talking about of men being in women's sports.
Men that would like to be in
no. Put a name on it. Be specific.
Men.
No.
Biological men in women's sports and going and see. This is the problem. Man.
No, Anthony.
Listen,
you are trying to gaslight me, and you cannot gaslight me.
You can't gaslight me either.
No, you were trying to go down transphobia avenue, and I cut you off, and now you're trying to say, "Oh, that's not what it is," and I'm like, "Okay, cool. Let's get clarification." And then when I say let's get clarification, you don't want to be specific, because if you give a specific example, then you make my point. You are transphobic, and you were trying to be transphobic. That's what it was.
Nobody's trying to be transphobic. Okay?
Then answer the question. Be specific. I want you to give me a specific example. A specific example of what you were talking about. Don't say men in women's sports. I want you to tell me I'm talking about this time. I want you to say I'm talking about the time that LeBron James played in the WNBA championship. I want you to be specific. I want you to be specific.
Listen, this is the disappointing part, bro. You're painting a picture on someone who wants equal rights for everyone. That does not mean equal rights means equal.
You to be specific, Anthony.
I just told you, men in women's sports.
Again, that's not specific. Okay.
And women in men's sports.
Okay, hold on. One second.
So you can't
time out.
You can't put me.
Time out.
We can't talk at the same time, brother. You're asking me a question.
Time out. I would like to be specific. And so being specific, what specific looks like is this. Just for the edification of the chat, I'm Anthony.
This is attack on a Christian.
I'm
this
Anthony.
is exactly the reason why the executive order.
Bro, if you, oh my God, can you stop? Can you stop virtual signaling? Listen, no one's attacking Christianity.
Well,
You're
don't
up
say
here preaching.
You're typecast.
Okay, like I was saying, I'm
I got a
Anthony.
name for you. Aaliyah Thomas is a person.
That's what I'm talking about. Yes, Omar. Now, Omar, he put a name on it. Omar is being transphobic. It makes my point. That's why Anthony didn't want to do it. Because you're being transphobic. Because the simple fact of the matter is, Anthony said that he wasn't talking about transgender people when he really was. That's the thing. That's the thing. You absolutely were. Give me a second. Give me a second. Welcome in, Harry and Parker Raid. Welcome, Harry and Parker Raid. Guys, W's in the chat for Kabir, who sent a $5 donation saying volleyball or mixed doubles in tennis, perhaps archery. Yeah, they're not talking about that, Kabir. Oh, thank you for that. That's so dope. W's in the chat for Corey, who sent a $5 donation saying, not wanting fake Christian ideology governing my body is not attacking Christian faith. MAGA would send Jesus to Guantanamo and justify it. You absolutely know that they would. And W's in the chat for Skip, who sent a $1 donation, guys. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all of my pay links are in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks 24. Santana Speaks 24 is the best way to support the live. Anything is accepted. Everything is appreciated. And guys, remember, it is mutual aid week. All 1.7 thousand of us, guys, it's mutual aid week. Any and everything that you donate here on Late Nights with Santana, a portion will be donated to helping a transgender member of our community escape a horrible situation from Florida. Yeah, I said it. A transgender member of our community, him and his partner are trying to escape a bad situation in Florida. So anything that you donate, a portion of that will actually go towards this week's mutual aid. And I just decided, I haven't said this entire time, but since we have two transphobic individuals up on the panel, I feel like I should drop that and let them know, yes, I love transgender people and I support them as well. So yes, a portion of each and every donation will be going towards them. Now,
can I respond to that real quick?
Sure.
So you're wrong. Phobia means to be afraid, to be fearful. So
exactly.
we don't have fear of.
You guys are fear mongering.
No.
You're absolutely fear mongering.
Let me clear my name because I don't want to be
sure, go ahead.
upon. But
go ahead.
I'm a humanitarian.
I hear you.
I don't think nobody should suffer, but I don't agree that biological men should compete against women.
Yeah, I don't care about your transphobia. You said that you're a humanitarian. You don't believe people should suffer. Do you believe that women should have access to ABs?
ABs.
Yep. Can't say the word.
Yeah, I know what he's talking about. I don't have a stance on that because I'm not.
No. I'm talking to the humanitarian who don't want people to suffer. Omar,
absolutely.
Do you believe that women?
It's a state by state thing.
No. That's not what I'm asking. I'm asking you, do you think that all women within the United States should have access to ABs? Yes or no?
They should, but it shouldn't be used as a form of birth control.
How is it? You are.
That life doesn't.
They
have
are
rights?
not. No one's using ABs as a form of birth control.
Are you sure? Do you know?
I am positive because you're out of your mind. Overwhelmingly,
let's look at the statistics.
Yes, look at the statistics. Absolutely. And when you talk about the statistics, make sure that you understand that people who get ABs and don't actually list a reason, it goes under elective. So that's why the elective portion looks so large.
Talking about what women should do with their bodies.
I think that women should absolutely be able to do whatever they want with their bodies. But my point is that Omar is disingenuous because he's not a quote unquote humanitarian that don't care about people suffering, because he's willing to let certain women unalive in parking lots because they can't get access to an AB because for some reason he thinks they're using it as birth controls when certain women need access to DNCs. It's all absolutely insane. But I think women should be able to make their own choice with their own bodies, no matter where they live in the United States. It is not a state issue. It's a human issue. Women have the right to control their bodies, not the government. Period, point blank, full stop. W's in the chat for Josh. Josh sent a $1 donation saying phobia means aversion in certain contents. Oil isn't scary, but oil isn't scared of water. but it's hydrophobic. W's in the chat for Josh for that $1 donation. Also, guys, W's in the chat for Philly, who sent a $2 donation saying MAGA is always pushing straight ideology. You're absolutely right. Not only straight ideology, Christian ideology, I don't understand why they want people to conform so much. It is mind-blowing. Anywho.
Now, let me just say this, man. Sure. Like,
I didn't see. Hold on. I didn't see this. Hey, Laney.
Hey, what's up, Santana?
I did not see you in the box.
Yeah, I'm here.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Laney. Question
What's
for you.
going on?
When someone says, I don't want to see men in women's sports, are they talking about like LeBron James playing in the WNBA championship?
I suppose they typically imagine something like that, but I would challenge if LeBron wanted to do that, then he would be required to take a testosterone blocker and an estrogen supplement to put him within range of cisgender women for upwards of at least 2 years. That would have to be monitored to make sure it remains steady. And if he does so, he's going to find that he will lose muscle mass, he will gain body fat, he will lose lung capacity, jump height, speed, and will find himself pretty quickly within range of cisgender women. Now, because
hold on 1 second, Laney. Hold on 1 second, because I got another question. If I were to bring up Mia Thomas in an argument,
Leah Thomas.
Yeah, that's her name, right? Am I messing up?
Yeah,
her name?
Leah.
You know I'm bad with names.
I know.
Laney, if I started off a conversation with that, do you think I'm going down Transphobia Avenue?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I wasn't off.
Let me
base.
can I ask you a question?
Only name that they would typically bring up.
Lena,
she's the only one that actually like did remotely well that they can.
Lena, let me ask you a question.
Laney,
the Civil Rights Act of 1964. What is that for?
What do you mean? What is that?
What is it for? Discrimination on race, color, religion, sex, and national origin, right?
Sure.
So that means equal rights for everyone, correct?
It on paper should be.
Exactly. So that means that Christians, transgender, Muslim, everybody should have everybody should have
transgender people.
Everybody should have
transgender people.
Okay, transgender people. However you want me to address it. Okay,
yeah,
so
thank you.
So I think she understands the intent. Of
No. We're being specific. You have a problem with being specific, Anthony, and I need you to be specific.
We can't talk at the same time, brother. I'm trying to make my point respectfully.
Sure.
Okay, so
guys, W's in the chat for R Baker, who sent a $50 donation saying thank you for your good work. You are absolutely too kind. Thank you so much for that $50 donation. Guys, W's in the chat for Leanna, who sent a $2. Said, of course they both ran. W's in the chat for Leanna, who sent a $2 donation saying thank you for all that you do. Thank you. You are absolutely far too kind. Guys, W's in the chat for Kimberly, who sent a $100 donation saying protect trans lives. F Florida. I can't say the F word.
W.
F Florida, absolutely. Guys, W's in the chat, thank you so much for all of your donations. Guys, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all of my pay links are in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks 24. Santana Speaks 24 is the best way to support the live. So if you enjoy the information, education, entertainment, please consider donating. Everything is accepted. Anything is appreciated. Guys, please remember that this week is Mutual Aid Week. Mutual Aid Week, meaning that every donation that you guys send, a portion will be donated to here on Sparring with Santana. A portion will be donated to helping one of our community members escape a horrible event that's happening in Florida. So please consider donating. Everything is accepted. Anything's appreciated. Laney, I'm sorry that I talked too long and your food left. Is there anything else that you wanted to add?
No. I'm just thankful for you for using your platform to help folks in need. That's just very admirable, and I appreciate you.
Oh, Lane, you know we're community.
And just for all the good work that you do. And I saw that you were in the chat the other day, and you were like, "It's not my place to go up." You're always welcome to come up on my panel.
Yeah,
just to say hello at least, because like I talk to a lot of folks, not just trans folks, and my place is a conversation space, and so all are welcome. And
I don't like. I'm trying to pull back as far as being in too many. I don't like. I've been told that I overtake, and I don't want to disrespect people's spaces, so I try to.
Yeah. Well, we're not doing like my space is more like your night space. You know what I'm saying? It's like we do like really chill conversations. My topic is just, do you have a question? You know, and so and then if nothing else, you got to come and dance with us sometimes at our dance party.
I will.
So
I've heard about the dance parties.
You get in the queue.
What up, twin? Yeah. Anyway, Lainey, thank you for coming up. I'm sorry that they ran.
Yeah, I know that happens often.
Yeah. Anyway, I appreciate you.
All right, take care.
Have a good one. Guys, tap the screen, tap the screen. Let's go ahead and get the likes up to 300,000 likes. Let's get the likes up to 300,000 likes. Guys, this is Sparring with Santana, one-on-one debates with Trump supporters. If you are a Trump supporter, get in the box. If you are someone that supports Donald Jimothy Trump, get in the box. We are looking for some debates. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter. Guys, we are here for some debates. The Bopper, are you a Trump supporter?
No, but I'm just saying you're missing someone on here, just to let you know.
I'm sorry?
You're missing Nigel Farage. Trump loves sucking up to Nigel Farage.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
W's in the chat for you. Thank you, my friend.
And also, I think trans people in sport is just generally a preference thing. And I just don't care, man. It's like...
I appreciate you, friend, but let me go ahead and move on because I got to get other people up, and plus you're kind of breaking up. Guys, tap the screen, share the live, do all the wonderful things. Really, Anthony? Anthony, did you specifically run and then come back?
Oh, no, I wanted to actually donate to the cause. What's the cause you don't? Yeah, what cause are you doing?
Yeah, no. So we have a transgender member of our community who is trying to escape a really bad situation in Florida. More specifically, we're doing mutual aid week every third week of every month. So I have multiple shows. I have Late Nights with Santana. This is Sparring with Santana. On Late Nights with Santana, we took up donation, and every single dollar was actually donated to the individual. Here on Sparring, a portion of every donation is going to be donated, but every third week of every month, we're going to pick a community member who has a mutual aid request or need and try to help them, support them throughout the year, and just help people. And so that's the point.
Okay, so yep, Anthony is a millionaire. He doesn't know. Alyssa. Okay, so he doesn't know who I am, Alyssa. But listen, man, this is one thing that you got to stop doing, though, man. Just because we're debating and we have a difference of opinion, you can't publicly be saying that people are transphobia, because my brother is transgender. Okay, so you can't do that, man. You can't paint that. You can't paint that.
Stop playing semantics, and that's why I kept saying be specific.
But you can't paint that.
Hey,
you can't paint that broad.
No, listen. Can you?
Brother, I'm gonna support you. I came in here to support your cause.
But no, listen,
you cannot say that. You cannot say that publicly to people, because that's the quickest way to get into a lawsuit, brother. I'm trying to tell you. Because that's defamation.
I have a question for you. I have a question for you.
I'm telling you, you can't do that.
Serious question.
Yeah.
Can someone be racist while still having black relatives?
Can you be racist by having black relatives?
No. Can you be racist and have black relatives?
No.
No one's talking to you right now, Oliver. You don't get an opportunity to actually speak. I'm actually having a real conversation with Anthony. You sit in the corner and be quiet until I address you.
Can you be racist and have black relatives?
No.
Or I'll make it even simpler. I'll make it simple. Can you be racist and still hire black people to work for you?
Of course, yeah.
Okay, perfect. I'm glad that you said that.
Yeah, I understand that.
I just want to make sure you understand. Proximity doesn't exempt you from anything. right? That's my point. So you saying that I have a trans sibling doesn't mean that you're not transphobic. It does mean that you have a sibling and you might have a personable connection. But the point that I'm just trying to make, and this is why I said I need you to be specific, because when you say I don't want men in women's sports, and I'm just going to be honest with you, I've debated enough people when they start talking about men in women's sports, they are specifically being transphobic. And then that's when Omar actually brought up Leah Thomas' name, which is the name that they use for transphobia. So he made the point. And again, that's why I asked you to be specific, because you said that you weren't doing that. And I said, okay, cool.
But this is the part that you have to be careful though. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You have your public name up there. And when you say you are, let me just tell you this to help you. I'm just saying this to help you, brother.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to take my advice or not.
Mm-hmm.
But when you say you are transphobic,
mm-hmm.
and you don't have anything that back up your claim,
mm-hmm.
I can sue you for libel per se.
Yeah,
I could say that I make $31,000 a day,
mm-hmm.
and because he smeared my name on a public platform,
mm-hmm.
right? Because I have messages in my inbox right now
mm-hmm.
saying that you're transphobic,
mm-hmm.
right? Because you said that on your platform
mm-hmm.
with 1,200 people in here.
Mm-hmm.
So if I lost money from that, you can get yourself in big trouble for
yeah, you absolutely can. But then that's what the beautiful thing about the court of law is, that it's based off of facts, evidence, and what you can prove, right? And if I have multiple lives proving that the opinion that I lent on a private platform.
It's not opinion. You said you are.
It's an opinion. This is a private platform in the sense that it's owned by TikTok. That's why they have terms and conditions as far as being able to utilize this platform. That's why if you're under the age of 18, you can't actually go live. That's why we have to say certain words that acquiesce to their actual terms and conditions. It's a private platform that's owned specifically by TikTok. But with that being said, if I can show evidence, that my claim is based off of, I hear you. And listen, I get defamation. I understand defamation. I get what you're saying, but I also understand within limits.
I'm telling you, be careful what you say, brother.
I hear you.
That's all I'm gonna say.
I hear you. Listen. Shut up, Oliver. No, it's talking.
Ain't nobody talking about. Come on, dude. I'm not gonna do that.
Anyway, Anthony, you are welcome back anytime for another debate. Oliver, I promise you, I'm gonna drop you if you don't shut up.
Shut the fuck up.
Anyway, yeah, feel free to come back. I mean, we can always debate more. I mean, I was just,
sue him.
Whatever.
Okay, good. I'm not gonna do that. Good lie, brother.
This guy's stupid.
I'll send you.
He's gonna sue me for calling. I called him stupid. He's gonna sue me for calling Oliver stupid. Whatever. Anyway, I appreciate you. Have a good one.
All right, later.
Guys, tap the screen, share the live, do all the wonderful things. Guys, W's in the chat for Antonio. Antonio sent a $15 donation saying, hey, Santana, you don't have to call him transphobic. I will do it for you. Hey, Anthony, you're transphobic and a blagger. So get a life and go shuck and jive somewhere else. I'm not going to say that. W's in the chat for Antonio. Thank you for that $15 donation, Antonio. W's in the chat for Stacy, who sent a $10 donation saying, trans rights are humans' rights. Thank you for all that you do. You are absolutely right, Stacy. Thank you so much for that $10 donation. You're amazing. W's in the chat for Emmanuel, who sent a $2 donation saying using the Civil Rights Act of 1964 as a metric of equality is equality in this quality is idiotic. There were 4 other Civil Rights Acts passed prior, and we clearly still have systematic racism in this country. Absolutely right. Guys, W's in the chat for Jesse, who sent a $1 donation saying, what was that, a threat? Anthony, don't scare us. W's in the chat for Jesse for that $1 donation. Guys, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all of my pay links are in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks 24. Santana Speaks 24 is the best way to support the live. If you enjoy the information, education, entertainment, please consider donating. Everything is accepted. Anything is appreciated. Guys, only request up if you are a Trump supporter. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter. We are only looking for Trump supporters. We are only looking to talk to Trump supporters. Guys, keep tapping the screen. Let's go ahead and get the likes up to 300,000 likes. Also, guys, can we knock out the daily gift? It's the little heart hands. Can we knock out the daily gift? It's the heart hands. Shiggy, are you a Trump supporter?
Yes, sir.
Awesome, awesome. Lee, are you a Trump supporter?
Yes.
Perfect. Shiggy, Lee, got a question for you guys. Who's Trump's daddy?
You are.
Oh, okay.
Fred Trump.
Shiggy, you said Fred?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You know what? Hey, I get why you would say that. That's a little confusing. It's a little confusing. I get why you would say that. I'm not talking about his father. I'm talking about his daddy. I'm talking about his daddy. Now I need you to be quiet for it because you didn't engage in the question. So now I'm trying to explain to Shiggy why I'm not talking about Fred. So better way to explain it. We know that we have President Musk, right? But we also know that Trump has been bending the knee to BB. He's always been Putin's puppet, but more recently than ever, he's the Heritage Foundation's whore, right? But he also has his billionaire bosses. So I guess a better way to actually ask the question is, how can one man serve so many masters?
Well, every president's supposed to serve a lot of masters. A couple hundred million of them.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was about to say, Shiggy. Donald Trump serves so many masters without serving the American people. That is wild. Don't you think? You disagree? Okay, Shiggy, tell me one thing that Donald Trump has done since he's been back in office that benefits the everyday American.
The bill that recently just started for IBS.
You know what? That actually is a good point. You're right. And that bill that commissions a study is actually a good thing.
My opinion, so far, I want to see where it goes, but so far, the Department of Government Efficiency is exactly what I want.
I hear you. Like, okay, so we've been talking about Doge, right? And the thing that I will say about Doge is the idea of Doge is a good thing. It absolutely is a good thing. The issue with Doge, though, is that it is something that has not been executed properly. Meaning that with Doge, one, Elon Musk should not be in charge, which he is in charge, but he's not in charge. It's weird, right? I think that Doge should be a bipartisan committee, but also it's really redundant because Donald Trump came in and fired inspector generals, watchdogs. They also have a department that is already in charge of eliminating waste and fraud. But the thing is that it's all based on a recommendation. So Donald Trump could have just took the recommendation of all of those other oversight committees that are already in place instead of putting another committee in place that, is kind of independent, where you have Elon Musk gaining access to people's social security numbers, the payment system within the treasury. It's like, it's all bad. So the execution of Doge, in my opinion, is a bad thing. The idea of Doge, it's a good thing.
Well, here's my argument against if you have specific people or committees that are in charge of looking for waste, watchdogs, and they miss so far billions and billions of dollars of not even subjective things, very clear either fraud or waste, they should be fired. They didn't do their job.
But so this is the problem, right? Elon Musk is lying. Donald Trump lying, right? They're sitting here and they're publishing things that aren't true. Give you a great example. They actually put out information saying that they had found $8 billion worth of fraud. And the $8 billion, let me go ahead and grab this because I want to make sure I'm being specific, right? Because I don't want to just say this without being specific. The $8 billion that was found was for the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, right? They said that they found it
said it was 8 billion. It was 8 million, right?
Yeah, it said 8 billion. It was 8 million. Listen, we're gonna have to do a restart. We just got a flag.
Flag like somebody reported it.
Yeah. Might just have to. We might just call it. Yeah, I'm sorry. We're gonna have to go ahead and end it here, guys.
Can you put me at the top of the list for tomorrow?
Yeah. Please come back. Seriously, both of you come back tomorrow. Lee, you as well. All right.
Thank you. Thanks, Santana.
All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna end it here because it's late and I'm not gonna. Oh, that sucks. That absolutely sucks. That absolutely sucks. Guys, yeah. I'm gonna have to hurry up and end before anything else happens, guys. Jessica Simone is on. Let's go raid Jessica Simone. Let's get over to Jessica Simone. Santana raid, Jessica Simone, Santana raid. I love you all. Thank you all for being here, and as always, peace.